sailors. You like guys who officer of the ship, Commander Anita Selleck. Now, as you can see, there are no Air Force or Army personnel on Newcastle. Stand on our ship. If you're in line with this flag, that's what you'll be able to see next to the bridge.
This working without any pilot assistance.
Turn in any direction. And instead of a propeller at the back of the ship, it has pods with propellers on either side, and it can push the back of the ship in any direction.
Navy, and I'm joined this morning by the Commander of the Joint Task Force, Air Commodore Rick Owen, and I'm here with my very good friend Admiral Seaweed, the Chief of the Indonesian Navy. I'd like to thank my dear friend Admiral Seaweed and the Indonesian people for the very, very warm welcome that we received here in Jakarta this morning. We're delighted to have 3 ships from Australia in Indonesia: HMAS Canberra, the flagship of the Royal Australian Navy, the guided missile frigate HMAS Newcastle, and we're also joined by HMAS Success, our fleet oiler, who's berthed in another port. This is part of Indo-Pacific Endeavour 2019, a 3-month deployment of 4 ships visiting 7 countries in our region, taking the opportunity to promote security, understanding, goodwill, with a message of prosperity for all in the region. A great opportunity for the men and women of the Australian Defence Force to get to know their friends and counterparts in this region more closely, to build ties, to build friendship, to build cooperation, and ultimately to be able to work closer as militaries, ensuring the security and stability of our region. Thank you for the opportunity to be here, and I'm delighted to take questions. We have been long-term friends, and our militaries, and particularly our navies, have been working together very closely for many years. As we bring our new capabilities into the Royal Australian Navy, such as this great ship, it's an opportunity for us to have the opportunity to learn, exchange ideas, and ultimately become better at working together. Two navies, we have long cooperated on a variety of issues, a variety of tasks. This ship has got tremendous capacity, tremendous capabilities, and certainly in terms of humanitarian aid and disaster response, this ship can deliver a unique amount of capability. And it's really important for me as the Chief of the Australian Navy to understand how we can cooperate even more so, even better, with my good friends in the Indonesian Navy in this particular task, in this particular region. We are 2 of the most capable navies in the region, and we stand alongside each other and we exercise regularly together in all forms of maritime security. Specifically around any increased threat around people smuggling. I think that's an interesting speculation, but I don't think that we have seen any change in the threat levels. But we stand ready, as we always do, to ensure that the maritime security of Australia in the region is maintained, and the posture of the Royal Australian Navy in support of the other government agencies that have the lead for these issues remains vigilant and supported. And if we need to cooperate with other navies and other governments of the region, I know that the government of the day stands ready to do so. The very important Defence White Paper of 2016, which was followed by the Department of Foreign Affairs White Paper of 2017. And in both of those documents, there was a very clear articulation by the Australian government to have deeper interaction, deeper friendship, and deeper cooperation with Indonesia. And this is an absolute display of that. we are doing more as part of the Australian government's commitment to get closer ties with Indonesia so that we can continue to ensure the prosperity and the security of the region. With respect to any further actions into the future with respect to people smuggling and any actions that might take place, that will be a matter of ongoing discussion between our two governments, should there be a requirement to do so. We haven't seen any action of this for many, many months and years now, and I'm not expecting to see anything anytime soon.
To Jakarta. So here they are. And
rekan-rekan, ini jadi kapal ini ada perwira angkatan laut yang ikut dari Vietnam, ya. Nah ini mungkin bisa ditanya kesan-kesannya ya. Dia naik dari Vietnam ya. Tanggal 10. Pakai bahasa Indonesia aja, nggak usah bahasa Inggris.
Kita standby di Vietnam sampai tanggal 10. Tanggal 10 baru kita on board di HMAS Canberra. HMAS Canberra ini sendiri dalam satu gugus tugas ada 3 kapal seharusnya. Yang pertama Canberra, yang kedua Newcastle yang ada di belakang, kemudian 1 kapal tanker HMAS Success. Kemudian HMAS Success melaksanakan perjalanan menuju Makassar. Kemudian selama kita berada di atas HMAS Canberra, pesan dan kesan, kebetulan kita juga seorang muslim, jadi segala sesuatunya yang berhubungan dengan ibadah mereka sangat menghargai sekali. Mereka sangat menghargai mulai dari tata cara kita beribadah, mereka memberikan kesempatan waktunya kita beribadah, berbuka puasa maupun berbuka puasa dan sahur. Adapun tempat ibadah kita, sholat khususnya juga disediakan khusus, terutama kita didampingi oleh 1 orang pahro yang khusus didatangkan langsung dari Australia. Jadi kebetulan bertiga kita sedang berpuasa di kapal HMAS Canberra. Untuk kesan dan pesan yang lainnya adalah pengalaman yang sangat berarti khususnya bagi Angkatan Laut dalam hubungan bilateral satu sama lain, di mana perwira muda bisa berinteraksi dengan perwira yang ada di HMAS Canberra. Kita sahur, kemudian ibadah pukul 4.35, kemudian pagi pukul 7.00 kita pembersihan, dilanjutkan dengan olahraga pagi sampai pukul 8.00. Pukul 8 baru kita menghitung kegiatan yang ada di kapal yang sudah disesuaikan dan dijadwalkan.
Sebagai perwira tamu diberikan peran khusus.
Kesempatan untuk berada di Tanjung. Di situ kita bisa melihat maupun mengamati perwira muda yang kebetulan ada beberapa perwira muda yang sedang melaksanakan latek ataupun training. Jadi di situ kita bisa mengamati bagaimana seorang perwira muda untuk melaksanakan latihan navigasi secara basic atau secara dasar.
Ada perbedaan prosedur atau bagaimana dibanding dengan kita?
Secara garis besar tidak ada perbedaan yang khusus, hanya beberapa dari perwira muda ini meskipun dari mereka sudah melaksanakan istilahnya mereka sudah penempatan, tapi diberikan waktu khusus 3-6 bulan seperti sekarang ini melaksanakan training. Jadi mereka diasah kembali meskipun sudah menerima materi dan diaplikasikan pada pelayaran hari ini.
Hal positif apa yang bisa dipelajari dari Royal Navy Australia?
Hal positif yang bisa kita petik dari pelayaran ini adalah mungkin agak berbeda dengan kedinasan Angkatan Laut di Indonesia. Jadi interaksi mereka antar perwira maupun antar anggota tidak terlalu strict untuk masalah penghormatan dan dinas dalam dan sebagainya. Cuma mereka cukup profesional dalam melaksanakan tugasnya. Jadi mereka tidak harus setiap saat bertemu di jalan pelaksanaan penghormatan seperti itu. Cuma untuk pekerjaannya sendiri mereka sangat profesional. Sehingga untuk prosedur-prosedur yang sangat dasar selalu dilaksanakan dan tidak pernah terlewatkan.
Ya, makasih ya.
Now everyone, if the cameras can turn around.
Dan langsung mengikuti pelayaran dari Vietnam ke Singapura ke sini tanggal 18 ini.
Di dalam itu berarti yang non Australian cuma Anda berdua atau ada yang lain?
Untuk yang selain Royal Australian Navy, jadi untuk Australian Navy untuk pasukan dari Australia sendiri itu ada Australian Navy, Australian Army, sama Australian Air Force. Mereka satu gugus tugas dalam satu kapal. Terus untuk selain dari pasukan Australianya ada US Marines, New Zealand Navy, sama kita TNI AL.
Oh, jadi hanya yang di itu aja 3 negara.
Ada 3.
Gitu ya?
Kita kalau untuk angkatan lautnya kita mengikuti program ship rider seperti ya semacam program bilateral. Kita diizinkan on board dan mengikuti pelayaran ke beberapa negara. Terus mungkin untuk kegiatan-kegiatan juga seperti yang sudah dijelaskan tadi, kita mengikuti kegiatan kapal untuk termasuk kegiatan dinas dalam maupun operasionalnya seperti itu. Sibuk sehingga tidak ada yang mendaftar, sehingga sampai ke hari H itu karena tidak ada yang mendaftar, jadi inisiatif dari Pak Besal sendiri untuk langsung mencalonkan atau mencalonkan nama, menunjuk nama. Jadi kita sendiri untuk seleksinya ditunjuk, tidak mendaftar.
Langsung ditunjuk 2 ini atau
Tidak, ada 4 orang untuk ditunjuk untuk mengikuti seleksi dulu. Setelah seleksi baru terpilih 2.
itu dari kapan proses seleksi?
Proses seleksinya dari tanggal 9 April
Tahun ini?
Iya, tahun ini. Jeda 1 bulan.
Berarti kalau diseleksi dari 4 itu apa aja tuh yang diseleksi? Kemampuan apa aja sih misalnya?
Umumnya sih seleksinya termasuk seperti tes bahasa Inggris dan juga psikotes.
Oh gitu ya, itu yang dilakukan.
Iya.
Yes. Oh iya.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, Petty Officer Easton, I'm the Aircraft Control Room Officer on board HMAS Canberra. Welcome. I'll be escorting you around the areas today. Currently you're on the heavy vehicle deck, and at the back end you've got the dock. I'm going to take you up to the light vehicle deck and the hangar, then to the flight deck where we have some various aircraft and bits of equipment for your display. So if you'd like to follow me up the ramp, please mind your footing, it does get steep. Keep moving on this way, please. Let's blend one strip together and I'll do a little talk.
Might be better shooting that way. Lights behind.
currently you're in the hangar area of HMAS Canberra. At present, we have 2 air raid reconnaissance aircraft and the MSH troop carrying helicopter behind you. We are rated at present to carry 6 MSHs in the hangar area, or up to 8 ARHs. Facilities we can provide down here are obviously the storage areas and maintenances, as you can see happening behind you. Currently at the back, you can see a Mantis. That's our primary mover for aircraft down here. It's electrical, so we do not fill this area up with diesel fumes, which are toxic to human beings. Canberra herself is 235 metres long, 32 metres wide, and is 27,000 tonnes. She is rated to carry up to 1,000 mobile troops, with their equipment, i.e. the vehicles in the light vehicle deck, and various aircraft. We carry a range of aircraft ranging from CH-47 Chinook right the way down to the air range. We are capable of operating any rotary wing aircraft throughout the world, and as well as the V-22 Osprey, which is a hybrid rotary wing aircraft. Canberra herself has conducted the first set of trials. We have had V-22s in the hangar. From the hangar to get aircraft to the flight deck, we have the aft elevator, and down forward we have the forward aircraft elevator, rated to lift 27 tonnes each, weighing at about 30 tonnes themselves. Any questions?
What is the biggest aircraft can you bring on board?
The biggest aircraft we can carry lift is the CH-47.
CH?
Yeah.
47.
Yep, Chinook aircraft.
But I see a takeoff.
Yes, when we go to the flight deck, you'll see the forward ramp. We are not fitted for or to operate either the AV-8B Harrier or the F-35 Bravo. Australia does not operate them. Juan Carlos class, which is the Spanish variant, they do operate that. Okay. So, any more questions? No? Okay, please take a few moments to have some photographs, and I'll start taking you up towards the flight deck. Okay. Please stay this area here because the maintainers are working on the MSH behind you. I don't want anyone getting hurt or caught in their evolutions. Forward elevator, we don't have any vehicles or other obstructions here. A nice safe route to the forward elevator. It's in the up position at the moment. It's also a good area, as you saw our POPTI as she was leaving, they do conduct our fitness tests in this area as well as general ships PT in conjunction with our CV equipment and our little multi-gym over there. Word of caution when you come up to the flight deck, can I ask that you just keep at least 2 metres away from the deck edge for your own safety as well, and please do not try to enter any of the aircraft. Have everybody take pictures, but please do not try and get inside them, okay? We're all here, all closed up, right? If you'd like to follow me again.
Please hold the doors while you move through.
Hold the door.
That one will stay in position.
Ada pintunya gua hafal nih nomor pintu.
Kalau ambil
Lagi Bang.
Yeah, just mind your heads as you come up. Some of the areas we get quite low.
Asal. Ya tapi aksen aja. Waduh, guys. Itu kan ditaruh di sempalnya enggak. You know what the shit?
Siap.
Already.
We'll start to come through. We'll start to
My good Lord.
just wait when one gets down. I'll do a little bit of a walk again.
Yeah, this is what I meant.
Yeah, so one cattle was which we're derived from. She operates F-35 Bravos and AV-8B Harriers. Use the Ram for the short takeoff. Yeah, Australia doesn't operate F-35 or the Harrier variants of aircraft, so we don't use the Ram.
It's very expensive.
Can be. Yeah, from my background when I was with Royal Navy, I come from the strike background with the Harrier aircraft. Operate with the FA2, GR7, 9 and 9 Alphas with various squadrons and ships. So again, quite familiar with the Ram.
Ram.
Safely accommodate, we can accommodate up to about 22 aircraft. We have 6 operating spots, really from 1 spot down to 6, and we have aircraft parking areas, fly 1, fly 2 and fly 3, all down the starboard side. Okay. Okay, currently at the minute, as you see on spots 1 and 2, we have 2 ARA Tiger aircraft. And down aft, getting ready to go downstairs, being folded, we have another MRH aircraft. At present, Canberra's carrying 6 aircraft, which we're bringing back from Malaysia. They were doing exercises up there. Okay.
Utara. Jakarta Barat.
Yeah, these are what keeps together, so we haven't got other operations going on at the moment. And I'm bringing the foreground strong back for when we ship up Okay, from this perspective you can get a good shot from the island screen looking at the bridge, the flyco and our 2 aircraft we have surveyance here.
Okay.
world's worst weak mystery island.
Stay away from the group. Come away. Spain has the one, Carlos.
Thank you.
We do all the way down to seaman stroke trooper with the Army. Canberra Ships Company is 350 personnel, but combined with Army and BART staff, when we're taking troops ashore, we can go up to 1,000 to nearly 2,000 personnel on board. We do operate a fully capable medical facility, our sick bay, which acts as a small hospital, as well as some people have asked about humanitarian aid. Canberra, in her 5-year lifespan so far, has assisted in a Fiji Assist in 2016. She has been to 1 RIMPAC, and this is her first Indo-Pacific endeavour. Over our course of her lifetime, which we're expected to see her in service till 2040, she will probably assist in any region across the Pacific area. We are taking on the mantle of being one of the main focal points for strategic defence, as well as assistance to our regions, as in Indonesia, Malaysia, Sri Lanka, these areas render assistance, especially in the humanitarian aid area. Any further questions before I take you back down to the gangway? No? All good? Hope you've sorry?
How about the entertainment facility on?
Entertainment, yes, we do have Club 84 on board. They facilitate quiz nights for us, morning or afternoon teas, and we do have the flight deck film nights. Last flight deck film night we had the water diviner, because when we were in Malaysia we celebrated Anzac Day, so we rigged the flight deck and we had the film shown on the island screen next to LO2. 9, which is the last one, we had a splice of main brace or up spirits. We do get the occasional beer issue, but it is very limited due to our alcohol policies. and unfortunately I'm one of the drug and alcohol enforcers on board the ship. So if the guys drink too much, they come see me for a little talk.
Will you do the crew exchange with Jakarta?
Me personally, no, but we will probably send some crew members to the Indonesian Navy, and we'll have Indonesian Navy come to us for what we call cross-pollination, for obviously friendship and to share ideas.
What is your rank?
My rank, I'm a petty officer. Petty officer by rank. My specialisation is aviation support, and I currently work as the aircraft control room officer on board Canberra. I sit in that little glass bubble there, right next to the bell. I spend 12 hours a day in there, orchestrating all flight deck facilities, ranging from bringing the aircraft from the hangar to the flight deck, organising their fuel, ordnance, maintenance, and obviously meeting their launch times. All runs through me. I'm the linchpin, as they call it. So I liaise between Flyco at the bridge, the hangar downstairs, and the squadrons to make sure that the aircraft meet their launch times and recoveries.
Is there any other crew with
Thank you.
Kontrol.
What's the real maintenance cost to average maintenance of the ship?
I could answer that one. Roughly
A day?
Fuel and kind of stuff.
looking at running costs would be give or take $1 million a day for running costs. What we probably go through. That's food, fuel.
$1 million Aussie?
Probably, yeah. I'm very vague. That's something I deal with.
Okay.
I was told to bring it down, so I'll get them off.
It's just
Om suka. Om tenang saja. Om tenang. Om tenang kembali.